Good evening and a very warm welcome to one and all present over here. I'm Prachi Biswas, Vice President, Training and Development, and I have interacted with almost each one of you, so I'm sure you all know me. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the orientation program of Internship Environment Scouts, April 2023 of ANON Global Foundation. I would also like to take this opportunity to welcome Ms. Aarti Girdhar, who is our founder and president for the ANON Global Foundation. So, yes, she is the head behind or the brain behind ANON Global Foundation. So, welcome, Aarti, and welcome you all.
Thanks a lot. All the best, students.
So I'm Shami Pruthi, wellness coach at ANON Global Foundation. Welcome you all to this Environmental Scouts internship. So far, we have been doing internships, 21 days internships, which were research-based and hands-on training for getting ready for our future, for working in our offices and careers. That was the 6-month internship. We have completed lots of batches. And now we move towards an entirely different trajectory, and that is the environment. Why environment? Because we at ANON believe that through while we are at work with environment, while we are working, playing, doing anything in the environment, we are learning a lot of life skills. We are developing a lot of social skills. We are learning a lot of other things that help us grow as an individual, which we might not learn while we are, working indoors or doing things which are keep us besides at the desk. So here we thought of coming up with this new internship, that is a 3-month internship program, Environmental Scouts, and today is the orientation ceremony for that. So without much ado, I think you all would be looking forward to knowing what all we have to do, who all are the team members, what is expected, what we are going to learn. So should we start, Prachi? Yeah, done. So Renu, I'll request you to start the presentation. So before we talk a little bit about the orientation, let me tell you what is ANON. ANON is with the philosophy, act now or never. We work towards promoting life skills and mental health. Going further, if you will be seeing the picture. So these are the happy volunteers of the month who had all gathered on our annual event, anon-Utsav. So the happy faces say it all. So ANON acts as a catalyst for improving life skills, using learning to ensure all-round welfare for our society. And our primary focus is promoting and enabling mental and physical well-being for our young people. We have conducted more than 1,000 sessions and completed 13 batches of internships, as we have already talked about, at pan-India level. And all these internships and every workshop that we conduct, these are absolutely free of cost. Moving further, with the vision of promoting and enabling wellness and living standards for an all-round welfare of the society, ANON has the mission to work as a catalyst in bringing holistic health solutions for sustainable livelihoods. Our primary focus areas are physical and mental health awareness amongst the young people, the children, adolescents, youths, teachers, parents, and every person that we can reach out to. So over to you, Prachi, now.
So here are some events that you all can look up to. We have an annual ANON interns meet in which we invite all our ex-interns and we have some great time together. Then we have the ANON Global Foundation Principals Connect, where we discuss, the challenges faced by the principals and bring much needed change as educationists. Then we have an annual event, anon-Utsav, which actually is an Utsav in which we all have fun, enjoy. We have cultural events from different schools. We have felicitations and so on and so forth. So this is a much awaited event of ANON, which usually happens in July. And then we have Anon Global Foundation Teachers Connect, in which we get together around the Teachers' Day time and discuss the challenges faced by the teachers and talk about life skills with them. Moving on. So our primary focus is workshops. So we conduct student workshops, parent workshops, teachers workshops, and couple of corporate workshops as well. And the primary focus is life skills and mental health, as we've already discussed. Then we have these internships, and you are also part of one. And our internships are divided into 3 segments. One is the 6 months internship program, then a 3 months in which you all are there, and we have a 21-day internship program as well. So we'll explain these internships further. In the 6 months internship program, we aim at giving a hands-on experience of the real world to the students, in which they work based on the interests and talents, and they're divided into various teams. The teams that we have right now are content team, creative team, social media team, podcast team, research and development team, and ANONATHAN team, which is for the fitness. Then moving on, we have the 3-month internship program, and this is the pilot batch for the 3-month internship program, which is for modeling sustainable lifestyle and community awareness. And our basic aim in this internship is to build a sustainable environment through creative initiatives by our young interns like you all. Moving further. We have 21-day internship program. We started with this internship program. This was our first internship that we started. So we have completed a lot of 21-day internship program, and it is aimed at research, teamwork, and presentation skills, in which the teams are researching on topics that are based on life skills and mental health. Let's move on.
So besides this, we have many other initiatives also, which include going further, ANONATHAN. We don't work only towards mental health. We also focus on physical health, because when we are fit, we are doing a holistic well-being. So what is ANONATHAN basically? It is a yearly program, and it includes 24 challenges. That means 2 challenges each month. The challenges are very interesting, like you have to use a prop that is differently given at the beginning of each month. It could be a rope, it could be a chair, it could be a wall. And then the people who register for it, they work around those challenges, record the exercises, the fitness things that they're doing at the comfort of their own home and the timings that is convenient to them. And amongst those registered, we figure out 2 special awards in the categories of junior and seniors. Special awards have also been given so far to parents and teachers also, who have been really inclined towards this fitness program. And also we have ANONATHAN of the month and ANONATHAN of the year. So when you saw the ANONOTSAV, it also included ANONATHANs of the different months, which were there we felicitated them also there. So this is the beautiful medal that once we sweat, we persevere, we can earn it. It could be yours too, if you wish to take part in that. And this is an initiative very close to our founder president, Ms. Aarti Girdhar, though all the initiatives are, but this is her special, very, very close to her heart. So moving further, other initiatives that we do at Anon are also podcasts that are streamed on Anon Streams, on Spotify, and other podcast channels. What do we podcast on? We share stories and personal experiences of people, of students, that inspires others also. These are open discussions and finds answers to common and not so common questions that we all, find in our lives. This gives access to knowledge and practical skills from experts, from psychologists all around the world. We are not restricted only to India. We have psychologists on board from India and outside India as well. So it helps us seek counseling from renowned psychologists, as we have just talked about, and inner voice counseling or mental health matters. These are some of the series of the podcast that we have done with our renowned psychologists. So moving further. Well, and on talks, we do not restrict ourselves to just the podcasts and things. We invite speakers from all across India and abroad, and we talk about a lot of topics, how they overcame different challenges in their life, what are the lessons that can be learned. These are all available on our channel if you wish to. These are very inspiring stories. So moving further.
All right, so this is our new baby, we can say. We've just started with Project Ujai, which is focused on the underprivileged children. And we have started with a couple of initiatives already, but we would love the support of all the interns present here and whoever is working as a volunteer with ANON for this project to be a success. So what we are focusing in Project Ujai is the skill development for the underprivileged students. We will go ahead and do storytelling sessions, then we can do fitness initiatives, personal hygiene sessions, parent workshops for mindful parenting, because that's much needed in the underprivileged areas. Then we'll talk about food and nutrition there, and we would try to distribute value education books as well. So you all can be a part of this project as well, being an intern as in other, other internships. Moving further. So this is our core team. We are, led by these strong women who are positive and want to bring a much needed change. So headed by Aarti Girdhar, you all know, she's the founder and president. Then we have Deepa Chaudhary, who is the vice president, education and awareness. And I'm sure you all have interacted with her during interaction process, but unfortunately, she's not here today because of some personal issues. Then it's me, Prachi Biswas, Vice President Training and Development, and Shami Pruthi ma'am, who is the Wellness Education Specialist. So you can all reach out to us whenever you want. Any time of the day, we are always available to help you all, okay? Let's move further.
So now that we have known a little bit about ANON and the team and different initiatives, let's jumpstart to what we are going to do in the next 3 months. So as we all know, the internship is called Environment Scouts, and for a very valid reason, because we are going to be the torchbearers, the brand ambassadors, the environmental champions for our society, for our schools, for the people around us. And we are going to not only spread awareness, but lead by example. So the time frame, that is, it begins tomorrow, that is April 18th, and it finishes on July 17, 2023. Though the journey of being an environmental scout goes much beyond the prescribed time. Now, what are the aims and what is the mission, why we are going to do that? Moving further. The aim is to promote and initiate pro-environment habits in daily lifestyle. One step forward towards a more sustainable and green world. Because we have been learning and talking a lot about it, now is the time that we start doing the small, changes, implementing small habits into our lifestyles where we can contribute our little bit. And the mission is to implement the 3 R's, that is reduce the use of the commercial and the materialistic things that we do in our life, reuse as much as we can, and recycle the things which we can. That means segregating them, then only this is possible. at community level for achieving a greener earth. So I hope if you give me a thumbs up, I'm sure we would be happy to see the environmental scouts. Do you agree to the mission and aim? More thumbs up required. Yes, absolutely. So going further, now what is the proposed roadmap? How we go about? We would be divided into teams, and then we try to brainstorm together as a team what all initiatives we will like to take and implement in our own lives every day. How we create awareness, what are the new ways by which we can even come across and contribute to the other teams also, that what all can be done. And after brainstorming, not leaving it at brainstorming level, rather executing it, bringing it into our daily lives, then tracking the progress. Are we doing it daily? How far we have reached from the place we started? And weekly progress, if we track, it might look small, but towards the end, you would see you have from point A to point B, you have reached very far. And also present that progress timely, time to time. That is the proposed roadmap that we have. Yeah. So going further.
All right, so we'll be discussing the guidelines, and before you get intimidated with so much, I would like to tell you that this all will be shared with you. So no need to worry or take screenshots or take pictures. We'll share this presentation with you all, so you can review it later as well. However, we'll go through it quickly right now. As an individual or as a team, you all have to implement certain tasks or activities which you think will lead to a sustainable livelihood and eventually a greener earth, because that's what you're here for. We'd like to introduce internship lead, Ms. Saloni Satpathy, who will guide all the teams. So can we just stop the presentation for a while and spotlight on her? And I'll just pass it over to her for a few minutes so she can introduce herself.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Saloni, and as ma'am just introduced me, it's like a very, I would say, nice and privileged opportunity that she appointed me as the team, the internship lead here. And I just hope that I do good work and guide you all throughout this journey. And that's it. And I would just like all of you to please be come up with whatever great and innovative ideas you have for the betterment and sustainable development in the environment. And yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Saloni. So let's start the presentation again. Okay, with Saloni, we also have Ms. Komal Turani, who is, who has helped us through developing this whole environment internship program, and she will also be assisting Saloni in, as much as she can. So can we just spotlight Komal for a second? She has been our intern for almost 2 years now, and she has been all through in our journey. She has helped us reach heights, and she has been the volunteer of the year last year. So welcome, Komal. Would you like to say something?
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the introduction. I'm really excited, guys, for this internship program. It's very close to my heart as well, because I've also helped Aarti ma'am to develop it. So all the best to all. And as ma'am said, I will be assisting Saloni ma'am on it. So you can reach out to me as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Komal. And let's move further with the presentation. Okay, you can refer to the example activities we will be sharing further in this presentation and the projects that we'll be sharing. You may work on them or show your own creativity and enhance them. So we are just going to give you a few, example projects that we feel you can use. However, it's absolutely up to you on what you want to follow, whether you want to add on something or whatever you want to do. So it's like totally on you. You need to perform as many tasks as you can for the next 3 months. And of course, continue beyond that, because as Shami ma'am say, this journey never ends. Let's move on. So share your progress with internship lead on a weekly basis. So it is your responsibility, because we think, you all are mature enough to be responsible for yourself. So it's going to be your responsibility to reach out to Saloni and give your weekly progress report on what you have done as an individual. So she will keep all that data. There will be regular meetings with Team Anon to discuss your work and progress. It can be fortnightly or even lesser. So we will tell you before the meeting when we are meeting you all. At the end of every month, each team has to display their efforts creatively. It can be in the form of presentation, short video, or pictures, etc. Special credits will be given to teams showcasing short videos and personal stories around the tasks that you guys did. Okay, let's move further. The artifacts that you create through upcycling waste material during this duration will be displayed at our annual event, ANONATHAN, and other events as well. Best work will be showcased on Anon Global Foundation's social media links. Point to be noted is that certificates will be given to all the students on completion of the program. A team or an individual might be asked to leave the internship if they don't perform or showcase any progress in a stipulated amount of time without a valid reason. So you are all here to work responsibly. And if we see you're not working at all, we will ask you to leave. So you all have to be mindful and work in. Your journey for greener planet does not end with this internship. You are the change makers for a cleaner and greener planet. So this is just the beginning, I would say. Let's move on. So what is the judgment criteria? Because this is very important. The judgment criteria for each team, when at the end of every month, we will be judging every team based on the presentation or the video that they showcase, their work that they showcase. So what will be the judgment criteria? The creativity of the tasks that you're performing, your consistency of doing the same, your teamwork and coordination, how much awareness you are creating around you. Not just that teamwork in Anon, but around your neighborhood, around the people you are in. On-ground work with proof. You need to have pictures and a video recording of the work that you're doing on ground. Short films and personal stories that you record while, doing these tasks. Upcycled artifacts that you create. Self-practice initiatives that you're doing in day-to-day life. And of course, the question and answers, that we will ask during the presentation. So these are your judgment criteria. Moving further. Very interesting that you all have to look up to. We have Environment Scouts of the Month. So how do we, find out who are the Environment Scout? On the completion of each month, a form will be floated for each team to rate their respective team members. So you all will be rating each other. So you have to maintain good peer relationship and work well. Feedbacks will be taken from the internship lead, Ms. Saloni, Satpati, and Komal as well. And your individual contributions will be analyzed by Team Anon. So we will also be there analyzing your performance. Moving on.
So let's get a peep into some of the examples that we are going to share with you what you can do. So see, you are working in a team, but you can work besides with your family and friends and create a team kind of a project with you. What could be those such projects? It could be a cleaning drive in your colony, in the parks, anywhere around you. You could do it daily, weekly, or after every 2 days, your choice. You don't only clean parks, but also raise awareness amongst people, encourage them to stop littering. Keep track of progress by taking before and after pictures. At the end of every month, take surveys, do interviews, talk to people around you who are in that community, what they think about your initiative. You could record that interview in the camera. Be mindful in taking verbal or written consent before you do that. Don't restrict yourself to your colony. It could be, or your own park. You could go beyond your comfort zone to areas which you would like to go ahead and help out to. It could be anything, anywhere you wish to go to.
So the other example is Green Kids Zone. So you can develop an eco-friendly playing area, either in parks, society, playing areas, or going to economically backward places. So you can, do any of these things for the kids. Along with play, enlighten kids about how the games were made. So, you have to ensure that the games that you're putting in these, kids zone have been created by you by upcycling things or by using waste materials so that, the kids around you are aware of the same and can do the same. You have to spread the word about the 3 R's that we discussed. Take in parents and children's thoughts about it and take interviews or survey. Again, be mindful in taking verbal or written consent.
I am sure that you are finding all these things exciting. So what could be the next project like? I think most of our young people would love to do that. If you love pets, dogs, cats, or any bird, anyone around you. So this is the Paw Project. You could reuse cardboards and old clothes, newspapers for making bedding for street dogs. You could use old socks for making a shed for dogs as it is in summer. Donating newspapers or old bed sheets to animal shelters nearby. You can even collect them from your neighbors as well. That would be an added advantage. Ask the agencies how much their requirement is and execute this accordingly. You will be required to keep a check on this daily. If anything is ruined, redo it. Take permission from people around to set up these beds and shades. Again, conduct interviews with people in the colony and shelter homes and find out how they are finding it. With the written verbal consent, of course. Sounds exciting?
Okay, another issue that we're facing these days is the e-waste. So you can also try e-waste project in which you can collect e-waste from your household. You can even ask for it from your neighbors. Take this e-waste to the nearest authorized e-waste collection centers or recyclers like Corpseed, nameoWaste, or look for one authorized by PCB. Or call the producer or manufacturer of your product for e-waste collection. You can also do that. Track your work by taking pictures or videos. You can even learn about the process of recycling from the authorities and add them to the videos. So this is another initiative that if you wish, you can take.
So you could also spread awareness, and what better, than the social media, because that's where you gain the, greatest, you are able to reach the large number of people. So you can start a social media project as well. Use social media to raise awareness, educate the public about the 3 R's, sustainability, climate change, global warming, etc. You can take one specific topic or go cumulatively. It's all up to you. Don't forget to tag Anon if you're using any any social media site, because that's how we also stay in touch with what you are doing, and it adds on to your credits.
Now, the other thing that you can do is research and development projects. In this project, you will be required to adopt a community space, a children's park, a slum, a children's shelter, a corporate space, whatever you wish. Then your team will be eco-educating people there about the alarming environmental issues of today and making them mindful earthlings, which can contribute in saving our planet from depletion. Keep records of your visits, take surveys or interviews after every month to assess the impact of your work. It is advisable to take one issue only and do it with full commitment. So, don't become a jack of all trades and ultimately do not achieve anything. So ensure that you take one issue and complete it with full commitment.
Now, coming to another very important thing that we can do sitting at our own homes, and that is composting. But before that, we need to segregate our biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste, or what we can say is wet waste or the dry waste. Use your biodegradable waste to create a compost pit and your own manure. It is a full 3 months job. You can't slack off and have to do it daily. Click a picture of your bins daily as a proof. And I would be happy to use some of your manure for my plants when you do it.
Me too. Okay, moving on. Now, there are some individual projects that you can do on your own, and you do not require friends, family, or anyone around. So let's move on and see what they are. You can use used pens to make holders and photo frames, plastic bottles, plant holders, using actual distilled water to water plants, recycle newspapers or used papers at home to make rough registers, using old clothes to make bags or gift wraps, newspaper bags, old CDs as wall hanging or posters or paintings, making coasters from used cans, using plastic bottles to make lamps, and so on. The list doesn't end. Let's move further.
So reusing plastic bottles as a sprinkler to water your plants, using newspapers as shoe deodorizers, reuse old clothes as dust cleaners, reuse denim clothing as hanging organizers. See, the list is endless. You could use anything and everything. And when we reuse it, be more creative. This is just an example that we are sharing. Banana peels can be used to shine shoes. Even, used to bring a glow to your face also. Make a manure freshener using used tea leaves. Take an old stockings or sock, make a little pouch out of it, put used tea leaves in it, tie them. It can be used in fridge as well. Reusing old cans as desk dustbins, eliminating single-use plastic. Used coffee grounds can be used in soil as mulch. Yeah.
So I don't want to protect the environment. I want to create a world where the environment doesn't need protecting. So that is your motto as an intern, as an environment scout. So you should be proud environment scouts going forward from today and for life, because this journey does not end ever. It goes on and on. So with this, I would like to invite Ms. Aarti Girdhar, founder and president, to address you all and take it further.
Thank you, Prachi and Shami. And special thanks to all the interns who have just started a journey, which is your first and our first. Fine. And it is actually difficult to identify how much work you are doing since you are not on ground. At times, where we are working. We are not calling you to our office and prove your work and all that and do your work. Environment is something that you should be passionate about, and then you dream about it. What are the best things that are possible? These 3 months should be the months that will make you sensitive about the things that you are not aware also. So I believe if you have these three things in you during these 3 months, you will definitely be our environment scout. First, you need to feel the pressure. Definitely, whatever you have seen till now, so many individuals, so many group projects and all that we have shared, you have already thought that itna kuch kaise karenge. Okay, so that kind of pressure, and we always believe in a competitive spirit which motivate you to do good work. अगर कोई डेडलाइन ही नहीं होगी तो फिर आप कभी काम कंप्लीट नहीं करोगे. So that is why this time we have kept every month as a deadline for you to prove yourself how much you are connected to environment. So first, pressure and passion. When these two things are there, definitely it will bring about pleasure of connected towards environment more. We have received more than 200 entries, believe me. Almost 35 schools, different pan-India level students, teachers, even retired teachers have come for the interaction. Age is not the criteria. We have not selected few of the experienced people also, because somewhere that drive we have not seen. So it's very important that whatever our selectors have seen, that drive in you, continue in it for these 3 months, and definitely uske baad to ye habit banni hai, aur uske baad you will be starting loving the environment along with the pressure of your studies and all that. And we believe in moving you out from the comfort zone. Wherever you are, time management problem, whatever problem, stress, whatever problem. But this again is a challenge for you. So please be connected with us whenever you feel a challenging thing. We don't want our interns to leave because of this pressure. We want our interns to be resilient and manage themselves, talk to us. Suppose you have some emergency, you cannot continue with for few days, few weeks, let us know. Update us for the problem. We are working on mental health and life skills. If you are not connected with us, then definitely you are not meant to be a part of this internship. Fine. So we are here 24 hours for you people. All our interns, 100 more interns are working in different projects. And now we have selected you also as a part of an environment. So please open that channel of communication. Any problem, anything, any vague idea you have, just send us a message. Okay, don't hesitate, because in the past few internships, we have seen students, we call them by the end of 1 month or 2 months, they say कि मैम मुझे नहीं पता था किसको बताना है, किसको अपडेट करना है. So that we don't want. We want whatever the challenges, whatever the new ideas, whatever the creativity you want to share, you can call us. In fact, now though we have kept Colonies also and Komal also. Please have an open channel, because I want this competitive spirit to make a change in the environment. Fine. So thank you very much and all the best.